When I tell you guys something, I'm always hoping that you'll listen to what I have to say and do what I tell you to do, basically, to avoid trouble. When I tell you leave drunk females alone, you really should leave them alone. Well, some pickup artists got their asses in serious trouble. They've been found guilty of rape. And these two dickheads, Alex Smith and Jonas, aptly named Dick, both 27, were instructors at the Pickup Artist Forum Real Social Dynamics, RSD. They wrote online about their desire to meet and have sex with as many women as possible. These are the bullet points of the article I'm reading. Two men started training Jason Berlin, 28, on how to get women in October 2013. They all moved in together in a San Diego apartment. 12 days later, after moving in, 31-year-old woman was raped by Dick and Smith in their apartment after a night out drinking. The 31-year-old victim reported the crime to the police, who stalled on the investigation because they were white males. White males are more likely to get away with rape than any other type of male out there. You see that one kid guilty of raping the girl at the college, and would he get 6 months? So they have the complexion for the protection. But let's see where this goes. Stalled on the investigation till she came across the blog they wrote about the crime. Wow. Rape charges against each of the three men were filed last year by San Diego District Attorney's Office. Dick pleaded guilty to one count of rape, and he received 8 years in prison. Berlin pleaded. They have not meant, Jason Berlin, 28. Pleaded guilty to one count of rape and faced up to 8 years in prison. As Smith was found guilty of 2 charges and will be sentenced in October. So we got these guys who are trying to be these PUAs, pickup artists, raping females. Let's go into the article. 3 pickup artists who raped an intoxicated woman in California are facing prison time after being arrested by the police when the victim found an online forum. They wrote bragging about the attack. Okay, it's bad enough that a lot of the PUAs have to go to Asian countries and pick on low-hanging fruit, but to pick on drunk white females, as if that's the only way you can get white females, that's just pathetic. Alex Smith and Jonas Dick, both 27, were instructors at the Pickup Artist Forum Real Social Dynamics, wrote online about their desire to meet. Yeah, we covered that. The pair shared their wisdom on how to get women during so-called boot camps with Jason Berlin, 28, for $300 per night. The group was captivated by the seduction tips that were first popularized in 2005 by Neil Strauss with The Game. Wow, 2005, yeah. That's when a lot of these weird people start showing up online. It was after that damn book. Penetrating the secret society of pickup artists. Smith, Dick, and Berlin went on to rent a $2,000 per month apartment in a trendy gas lamp quarter in San Diego. That's what the original RSD guy and Mystery did. They rented a big house in Los Angeles, and they did the whole VIP stuff at clubs in LA. Easy lays with that kind of stuff. When you do VIP, it looks like you're somebody important, and chicks who are trying to get in the business will gravitate to that. Real good trick. They actually did an experiment a long time ago of a dude that did that, pretended to be famous, had bodyguards and chicks all over him. Nobody knew who he was, but they act like they did. They kind of remembered him and shit like that. That fame thing works. People fall like suckers. The apartment was conveniently located just minutes away from several nightclubs and bars. Smith and Dick occupied the apartment as Berlin agreed to pay the rent in exchange for lessons from the pair on how to victoriously pursue women. After moving together 12 days later during October 2013 night, a 31-year-old woman was raped in their apartment after a night out drinking. And they show the photos of the two yahoos. Now, I told you there was a change in the PUAs. These nice-looking guys start showing up who never had any problems getting females. Like, I'm looking at the photos of the two males. The one on the left, the blonde-haired guy, he's actually a Brad Pitt type. So what happens is these unattractive males show up, and these guys are attractive. They get chicks like crazy, and the poor guys see this and they want to sign up. Thinking it's the A1, A2 bullshit that gets them the females. Jonas Dick figures. He's the better looking of the two. But here we are in America. These two chuckleheads are in America. They're white males. And what is the dominant females out there in the clubs? White females. So they go together. If you're a nice looking white male, you should have no problems getting yourself a nice little white girl. Should be no problems. They want you. They want to settle down, have those 2.5 kids, the little white picket fence in the house and the PTA meetings and all that kind of stuff. While you go to work and work your ass off, and they have the 2 weeks vacation every summer. That's what they want. So it's easy peasy. I don't know why so many white males struggle with this shit. You know, you got to get out your heads. Stop being ignorant about the shit. It's just not rocket science either. These guys' lives are over. They will get served up in jail, by the way, because they hate rapists in jail. Their assholes are busted. They'll be raped over and over again. They'll try to join one of the different gangs for protection. Those gangs will rape the fuck out of them because nobody likes rapists. So they're going to come out very different males. They're going to experience things they wish they had never even been near, all because they took advantage of a drunk female. Is it worth it, brothers? Leave these drunk women alone. The Daily Beast reported that Claire, which is not the woman's real name, then why put a name in there, and her pal Laura went back to the residence with Smith and Dick. Laura chatted in one room and Dick back inside the apartment. She became uneasy after her phone went missing while she went to use the restroom. See, they stole her phone. They set the shit up. That's organized and planned rape. Laura went looking for her friend and knocked on the other bedroom door to see about them leaving to go home. When Alex opened the door, Laura could see Claire on the bed. The Daily Beast reported Claire's dress was on the floor. She was lying face down in a pool of her own vomit. Ooh. That's the thing about drunk females. Well, number one, they're drunk. They're helpless. You don't do that. Think about their breath. And then the mindless chatter. Who is that desperate? I found that PUAs are the most thirsty motherfuckers on the planet. These guys, they go to Asian countries to get low-hanging fruit and then call themselves big men. When Alex opened the doors, see the dress, vomit, Laura quickly helped her friend Claire, who was going in and out of consciousness, put her clothes back on. Claire was surrounded by Berlin, who only had a t-shirt, and Smith, who was completely naked and erect. Smith and Dick then began laughing before Smith said, "We just tag-teamed your friend," referring to himself and Berlin. Fuck. That's just not even right. That's just not even right. Claire went to the police and reported the rape. She had a SART exam conducted, which is more commonly known as a rape kit. Despite the test, the investigation did not go forward since they had not gone back to the apartment to question the men or collect any evidence from inside. Again, that's very common with white males. Not pulling a race card here. I just happen to know the truth out there. Police also did not seek a search warrant, with a judge later described as a misstep in court that was questioned. However, Claire decided to search Jonas Dick on Google and found a forum on Real Social Dynamics that had the horrific details of the crime. Who gets off on that? What kind of men get off on a drunk female being raped? Well, obviously they're not men, they're males. Little boys that grew up, that never became men. A man ain't got to rape a female to get laid. The post was titled, "Run a Train with a Boot Camp Student," and read as follows. What kind of student wants to participate in that kind of trash? Jonas Dick and I, both teaching BC boot camp tonight, we run into each other and pull o'clock bar closing. He asked me to wing for him. I do. Within a couple of minutes, I'm fingering my girl right outside the bar in public. Pull back to the spot, 0 LMR, and I just learned what that actually meant. LMR means last minute resistance. I've been seeing that nerd ass term for so many years. Never knew what the fuck they were talking about. I don't do nerd speak. Make her beg for my dick, and I say only if my friend can fuck you too. So we run a train on the hoe. Well, they're about to become somebody's hoes. I text Jonas to choo-choo her, but he has to occupy her friend. Her friend came out, and I was like, yeah, we just tag team your friend. My chick freaked out because now she's the something. They cut the cuss word out. I get hit in the face with a high heel. I laugh. We kick them out. Detail to be added when I have time. In a now deleted post, Berlin wrote, "I know it's choo-choo time. I get up and walk towards the room." Writing this now, I already see a huge mistake. I came in with all my clothes on. Is this supposed to represent the online seduction community? Trash like this? I should have taken off most of my clothes before I got in there. Then she leans over soon and starts puking on the floor. This is fucking hilarious. It's not funny. As you guys know, I spent, over 20 years in nightclubs. I've seen women get drunk. It's just not even funny. They're vomiting. That's not even funny. To think some guy would touch that. A female that can't handle liquor, that gets drunk, is not the kind of woman I want to be around. No offense to the female that was raped. But there's no reason to get shit-faced drunk out there. And as a man, I would never have anything to do with a woman like that, because being black will catch a case. And our case won't go away. He, Smith, who continued raping her, is so unfazed, comfortable with weird and dirty situations. Well, I'm not comfortable with weird and dirty situations. There's just no honor in this, no pride, no masculinity, no manhood. Just little boy shit. Rape charges against each of the 3 men were filed last year by the San Diego District Attorney's Office. The Daily Beast reported that Dick pleaded guilty to 1 count of rape and was also charged with the rape of a 16-year-old girl. Really? They need to put him in the cell with Big Bubba. A 16-year-old child. He only got 8 years for that, though. Again, complexion for the protection. That's only 8 years. Berlin pleaded guilty, as I said earlier. He got 8 years. They'll spend the rest of their life as sex offenders. Yeah. Their lives are over. They got to register as a sex offender everywhere they go. They might be lucky to find a woman to marry them, so they find out they raped a girl. I don't know what kind of woman will marry some trash like this. Smith was found guilty of 1 count of rape of an intoxicated person, 1 count of rape of an unconscious person, and he's going to be sentenced on October 20th. He's been held without bail also. It's unclear if there are other women that the men have raped or sexually assaulted. After the rape happened, the property manager of the apartment where the incident happened has now installed security cameras. This is so uncool. Wow. See, this is why, females out there, and you guys who are hoe chasing, can't let these females just take a breath before you run up their face trying to tap dance for them? Chase after every hoe who walks by? Let the bitch choose. The problem is these guys are, besides their looks, they have nothing that a female wants. They have no substance, no character. After the rape happened, the property manager saw, yeah, we got that. They would come in with women who were happy and relaxed, and the women would come out. Woman after woman would look stunned and upset with the same tense body language. So they were probably date raping them inside there. There's going to be probably other women that come out now. I don't know if they were raped, but if there is body language to rape, what I saw would have been it. One lady went with 2 friends and came out covering her face crying. Whoa. Now, a lot of males, and I'm looking at the video and then looking at the people in the audience of, don't know who it is speaking. Oh, that's the guy that got in trouble from RSD. They were running out of the countries, I believe. Well, a lot of these males, they have that short man complex, and that complex can really fuck a man's mind up because you tend to end up brutalizing women just to prove that you're a big man, that you have some size to you. And also, if we look at the history coming out of Europe, women were nothing but property. Even this country, a man had the right to beat his wife half to death for a long time. So that mentality is still within a lot of the dominant society males out there. And I look at the people in the audience, and these are people that really just struggle being social. A lot of them are very socially inept looking. And they think they become these big bad players. And be fucking all kinds of women. Not realizing that this is mostly marketing. It's sad that it's gotten to this level where, date rape drugs are used and shit like that. I guess what they're saying here. And it's sad. It defames the game. It makes the game look bad. Looking at the comments. Ace Ortiz, yeah, the white chick that touched my face while dancing is married to a European Jewish guy, and I'm like, damn, are these white chicks not getting good sex? That's not. You never know what's going on in relationships. Ratchet. I think that's going to backfire on them if they keep getting away. Well, it's already backfired. Let's see. Hey, it's a black. Hey, player. What's your take on the candy bar incident in North Carolina where they don't allow blacks in? I'm not aware of this. Let me see if I can find some information on the candy bar incident. I'll answer that real quick, then we'll finish off the show. I want to state a few more comments. I represent guys that are good at seduction. And we make it fun for women. We give women good sex. And to think these guys are trash. They're trash. They're like low-level wannabe players using Candy Bar Bakery. Was it a bakery that you're talking about? I see a Facebook place that says, how about you explain to me what happened? I'll give you my opinion. Because I have a Facebook page of a Candy Bar Bakery, that's about it. Epicenter night spot in hot seat for alleged discrimination, the Candy Bar. Okay, what the hell is this? Accused of discrimination against black club goers. They've done that for years. It's discriminating against black people for years. They won't let us in. They scrutinize our dress. They don't want blacks coming to the club because apparently we tend to sneak liquor in. And instead of buying liquor, they like white males. Because white males will go out and buy liquor. You know, they'll go out and get shit-faced and keep just buying more and more liquor to where you got to call the ambulance on them. Whereas black folks, we tend to be cheap. We sneak the liquor in. That's what the club owners believe. So in my days when we show up at a white club, they'd play some good dance music that people liked. And when too many blacks showed up, and my friend who was a DJ explained all this to me, they would get the signal from the manager, and he had to switch to rock and roll that nobody wants to dance to. That's why if you've ever been to a Caucasian, what we call a white club, and they switch the music to rock and roll because your ass showed up. All right, let's see what happened. Charlotte. Oh, fuck. Charlotte again? The Candy Bar in Epicenter nightclub, Epic Center, is facing discrimination allegations in a viral Facebook post, and its NAACP says this isn't an isolated incident. Corinne Mack, president of the Charlotte Mecklenburg NAACP chapter, says she's receiving numerous complaints of discrimination since the post on the social media this Wednesday. What did the post say? A white young lady who says she was with her African-American boyfriend and she was allowed entry and he was not. We just can't tolerate this kind of thing. That's been going on for years, brothers. Years. And I'm not trying to make a racial thing about it. It's just the way it is. It's always been like that. The Candy Bar's management says they have zero tolerance policy towards discrimination. Right. They released surveillance video from Saturday night. They believe the video shows the Candy Bar catering to a diverse clientele. A long line of club goers is seen in the video, waiting to get in the club, which opened its doors in May. The video shows people of all races getting into the establishment. However, Ashley Ellis-Sicko did not get in. In her Sunday night Facebook post, she says she and her friends were asked if they had membership, and they said no, and they were not allowed to enter. Okay, what's the problem? They don't have membership. If you need a membership to get in, then what's the problem? You ain't got it, you can't get in. She says that white patrons were not asked if they had membership and were allowed to enter the club. Something like that happened to me here in Sacramento not at a nightclub, but totally different incident. I was going on my first vacation ever. I'd never been on vacation. Jovina and I just started dating. We'd been dating like a year. One of my clients gave me her timeshare down in Acapulco or Cancun. And the night before we were getting ready to fly out, I wanted to get some licorice. So we live out in South Sacramento. I had just moved from downtown. I'm used to the stores downtown. So we drove all the way downtown to the Safeway, got some licorice. Then it was going back, driving through town, going back to get to the freeway. We got pulled over in one of those traffic things. Unbeknownst to me, earlier, about a year before, I'd went into the DMV to renew my ID card. And while I was there, I said, okay, well, my light's going to be up sometime. It was going to be up sometime soon. So I said, I thought I'd do both. And I told the knuckleheads behind the counter that. They thought I was just I lost my driver's license and gave me like a temp. I didn't look at it when I got in. So we go to the thing and the guy says, your license expired. I said, no, it's not. I just got it. Well, they pulled us over, and next to us was these blonde chicks or these white chicks in the car. And the officer, the girl driving didn't even have a license. The officer let the little white chick go. He's a young guy. They were flirting with him, let him go. They impounded Jovina's car. So I went on my first vacation stressed, worrying about her car being impounded. We got on the flight next morning. Anyway, I got back and I filed a complaint. I got my money back. But I went down there that entire night, going back down there. I even told the captain in charge, because I thought it was a racial thing. I said, she's not white, she's Portuguese. Like begging for the car. I'm begging to give the car back. And I mentioned how, you let those white girls go. I wasn't white. But I won. I complained. I went as far as, I contacted my congressman. I knew people in the media. And I was telling them about what happened. So that was my big discrimination thing. And I noticed that all the people that were stopping were either black or Mexican. And they were taking everybody's cars. White folks, they were selling right through. Now, of course, the police department would deny that, but you had to have been there. If I didn't have an iPhone, I didn't get an iPhone until like 4 years ago, but if I had an iPhone, I would have videotaped everything. I had like a little flip phone or something like that back then. Management says Cisco and their friends were denied entry because they did not meet the dress code policy. That's one way they weed blacks out, is the dress code. Which works. Because back in, let's go back to the 90s, black folks, we had a certain urban way of dressing. And white guys, they had a certain way, like wearing little narrow, skinny leg jeans, little floods. They're kind of like goobers. And you had to dress like them in order to get into the club. If you came in there showing with your bell bottoms on, or we didn't sag. Thank God we didn't sag back then. That stupidity hadn't hit our race yet, or get programmed into us. But we had a certain way of dressing, and you had to dress upscale to pass their, which I actually agree with, because usually it was a thug element that dressed poorly. So I see why they're doing that, but they were also doing it to, if you were dressed nicely, if there are too many blacks in, they said, they'll find some reason not to let you in. I've experienced that quite a bit. But I found when I went with a white guy, I get sail right in. I get right in. And that's the way around that. Go with a white guy. Get a white friend, not to be superficial, but if you have a white friend, have them help you get in. It works. Some say we have a membership. Some say we have a dress code. She says, okay. Our white counterparts who have been a blessing to us tell us that it's a lie. I don't have a membership. I've never had a membership. and I'm always included. Wow. That's some fucked up shit, but it's normal. You look at what's going on in Charlotte right now, in actually North Carolina itself. You can see why they're trying to prevent blacks from coming in. There's riots going on, and they don't, they're trying to prevent, they think trouble's going to come to them. They're being racist, pretty much. It's Black Guy Notes Club. It's really an all-white club. Yeah, that's the clubs I like to go to. And of course, I learned to speak like this. Yes, I really would like to get in. Thank you very much. I spoke like an Uncle Tom, and it got me in clubs. And I'm not saying that speaking well for a black person is bad. But when you really talk like this and you try to imitate, Caucasian males, move along, come on, let's get this done. Yes, yes. You talk like that. Yes. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You take the bass out of your voice and you try to sound more nasally. That helps you get in. Hate to say it like that, but that's just the way it was. Then you bring your bass back in your voice when you get inside. But you got to be as square as possible. Even if you got to wear glasses. I never wear glasses, but think about it. That's one way to look less threatening. Dominant society does not like big, black, threatening-looking males. If you look at it, most of the TV shows out there, they'll put black males who are non-sexually threatening. Usually they're very short also. Or they'll be short and fat. Or short and skinny, and they'll talk like this. Yeah, right. You see it all the time. The black guys, they'll speak like this. Just like I'm speaking right now. That's non-sexually threatening. It doesn't threaten the sexual stardom of the Caucasian actors on the set. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Don't like it, but hey, that's the way it is. That's why I pick and choose the TV shows I watch. My favorite TV show is Lucifer. They made sure that the black angel isn't a necessarily overly handsome guy, because he's the sexual star of the show. I don't have a problem with that. At least there's a brother in there who's playing his brother. Not that the brother's unattractive, but they could have chose someone different. That would have been a head turner type dude. So I just like the show. I like the concept. The devil comes back to Earth, and he's basically like a big spoiled child, a boy, and he gets babes. But actually, don't really show him doing that anymore. They've kind of watered it down. Unfortunately, when these idiots start writing for shows, they get tired of shit. They start changing shit. The stuff that originally attracted the show, they start changing the shit. But I still enjoy the show. It's like I try to speak well around whites, but black folks, I put a little bass and slang into it. I do the same thing. We all do that. We code switch. That's why they want to push that silly ass ebonics on a race. They're trashing that club now through online media. A lot of bad publicity. Yeah. Yo, post the link. There you go. There's the link. Books for a Better Life. That's the way it is for black folks. Books for a Better Life. If you guys thought the shit that's going on out there was just some small time shit, this goes on out everywhere. And that's all I have time for. It's been 34 minutes. You guys have a good day. I'll probably be back later on to talk more about other issues out there, but I wanted to get this story out there. I think it's a shame PUAs stoop that low. I don't know if it's a cultural thing to treat women that way. I do know that feminism started because of the issues between white males and white women. That was their issue. And they drug the entire world into the shit. Drug black women into the shit. Because those two can't get along. It's a shame they got to resort to that type of behavior towards women. I'm not a feminist. I believe if a woman does a job, give her the pay for it. Of course, I would say that because I'm black, right? I experienced the discrimination. Or I'm familiar with the discrimination. So, being black, I see clearly. Whereas if I was white, I probably wouldn't see clearly. Because a lot of white folks, they live in a white bubble. And talking to one of my clients yesterday, she works for a radio station. And she was talking about my posts on my Facebook, my private Facebook account. I sound like I'm angry. A white couple posted a photo, "Stop killing black people." And I put in all caps. If you have any problem understanding the words that they're talking about, let me know. I'll break it down for you. The ideology of stop killing black people. Because there are still white folks that just don't get it. It's amazing how the media and the cops will always find some reason to excuse themselves for killing unarmed blacks, like the fella whose SUV broke down. Well, they put her up on charges. And I knew they were going to do that because she's a woman. They'll throw a female under the bus before they throw a man under the bus. Because she's a woman, they're going to throw her ass under the bus and make an example of her. If you think the male police department like women coming on the force, you better think again. They have never liked that. And they got in on the whole discrimination thing. The whole equal pay shit that was supposed to be for black folks actually benefited white women more than it did black people, by the way. Do your own research. Supreme, say you're talking. I'm not going to do any pickup stuff right now, Depeche. I'm talking about a real important subject. Okay? No offense. If you read the title, you can see what I'm talking about. I think it's a damn shame. And as I've said before, I'm not a fan of PUA, teaching guys robotic shit. If they taught guys how to be more natural, taught them social skills, how to have a conversation with a woman, how to dress, teach them to go to the gym instead of wear, some funky top hat or some weird shit. Basically stop making these guys who are weird to begin with much weirder. I would have no problem with them. Call yourself, I'm a PUA, all you want to, and shake your little fist in the air. I wouldn't care. My objection is making these robotic males, these awkward males, even more awkward by giving them awkward material. And having them run up in these chicks' faces, unwanted, unasked for, to run these scripts by them. That is my problem. I feel as a ex-awkward male myself, a bookworm, way stuck in my head, thinking everybody was looking at me, watching me, judging me. I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. And I'm glad, my first introduction was How to Pick Up Girls by Eric Weber. And I tried that shit and quickly stopped. I met my first girlfriend, my ex-wife, the natural way. As I said before, I came around the corner at the library, because I hunted in the library because I was looking for intelligent chicks. Joke's on me, she was there sleeping. But we made eye contact. She smiled at me, and I smiled back. Okay? She liked what she saw. I liked what I saw. We started talking. Actually, I went around the corner of the books of the counter of the in the library, around the book stand, and Where I had been, I came back around, she was there. So I asked her, are you interested in parapsychology too? That was my opening line. Did I need a fake opener? She probably won't even remember what the first words I ever said to her. I'll have to ask her that. I'm looking for my phone. I do that on right here, right now. Call her and ask her. In fact, hold on. It's ringing. She's at work. She may not be able to answer. Looks like she's not going to be able to answer, fellas.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
I doubt she remembers the first words I ever said to her. Nobody remembers. No girls remember the first words you ever say to them. You can say fucking goony goo goo. But the natural order of the game is females do the choosing. And I don't like that European dominated system where we choose. We go up and demand sex. That's not the way it works. It's never worked that way. Okay? Even in nature, the female chooses. So I say give them something to fucking choose. That's why you got to work on yourself. That's why you got to build your confidence up. I showed you guys a video just the other day. What those girls say they liked them? All those girls, of all those girls you saw, what they say they liked? Confident men. Confident men. Confident men. His vibe, which is basically confidence. Girls are sensitive to your vibration. If you're low status, low, stuck in your head, bad talking to yourself kind of dude, you give off a stink vibe. So it's no wonder they go for the confident dudes. That's why those guys often end up being the jocks. There's no reason why you can't be a confident male out there. It doesn't take being a jock to be confident. Nerds can get bodies too. Dweebs can build bodies. Geeks can build bodies. All of us can build a body on us that girls would like. Over the years, being in this industry, I've seen these weird, creepy dudes. I mean, they're fucking weird. They say, I shouldn't have to go to the gym and build a body for a girl. That to me is fucked up weird. I don't know what kind of mentality you guys may have, but I'm more in the normal bandwidth. Out there in the world, chicks are in that normal bandwidth. Some guys are so negative down here. Some guys are so weird, they're up here, so super intelligent. They're up here, and their intelligence is so high, they cannot communicate with people in that normal bandwidth. Okay? So PUAs usually are down here or the ones up here. They're not in the normal band. If they're normal bandwidth, they'll be out there doing the damn thing. Going, meeting girls the way dudes meet girls. And the average way out there is the hoe chase. Rubbing the chick's face. But they usually make eye contact with each other. And they see the girl smile, and they smile, and she blushes, and they go, oh, wow. And they run over. So, when I see these poor guys learning this, and I'm not some kind of, as I said, feminized fuck, because I believe the man is the leader, but the female chooses. She chooses who she can open her legs to, by the way, fellas. If she likes what she sees or what comes out of your mouth, she'll open her legs for you. It's that simple. But unfortunately, a lot of males don't realize that you got to give them something to choose. As I was talking about those girls, they like the vibe, the confidence, vibe. How do you build your vibe? By becoming confident, by getting rid of all the bad thoughts in your head. Have you ever noticed that people who have bad thoughts in their head about themselves, they do the self-deprecation shit. They think it's cute. I was like that once. I thought it was cute. If I self-deprecate myself, girls think that I'm cute. No. I smelled like shit to women. I was a turnoff. I actually caught them looking at each other. You know, people when they give each other that look. I never want to see people do that to me again. That kind of woke me up. Wow, they did the look on me. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, people think you're weird or awkward or stupid. They give each other the look. And they both acknowledge together, yeah, this fucker. I'd never want to see that again. That's what self-deprecation does for you guys who are nice guys. Hates Backlight says, I started in PUA and it brought me here. I read the book The Game but hated it. Watched all PUA videos back in 2009 before seeing your videos. Glad, well, you know, with a lot of black folks is, there's something in, not to gas up black people, but I've noticed with black people, we don't gravitate to PUA very much. You know, we get exposed to it, we say, that's some stupid shit. Because we know what sisters are like, what black chicks are like. Like back in the days, it was like, go up to a girl and say, who lies more, David Bowie or Michael Jackson? Can you see yourself saying that to a black chick? Hey, who lies more, David Bowie or Michael Jackson? Number one, black chicks never even listen to David Bowie. But it's a stupid shit. It works in the dominant society. That's how they structured, by the way, the intelligence tests to make black folks look really stupid. Because they're exposed to certain things, like they exposed to David Bowie's music. Thank God my father's a musician. I guess everybody's a music, but they're exposed to things that we're not exposed to. They have a different education system that we're not exposed to. So they're able to rig these IQ tests so that they look intelligent, we look like stupids. And something like, you know, who lies more, David Bowie or Michael Jackson? That's something up their alley. You know, black folks, we would never say something like that. Doesn't fit our culture. It's stupid. And that's why a lot of blacks, you know, go to that and they come out of it screaming, running. But with Caucasians and Asian fellas, it feels okay to them. Again, fellas, I'm not going to talk about any of the stuff going on in the chat box. I want to finish off my talk here. Meeting girls is like the easiest thing. The problem with the males online is, if you listen to what I'm saying to you, most of us come from the mentality where we suffered in high school. We crushed on these beautiful chicks. In my day, there was no internet porn. You were lucky if I found a magazine in the streets. That's about as close I could get to one. You know, a magazine. It was a Hustler magazine. That's where I read the article of the super seducer in there. Walked to a club, put his thumbs in his, and he walked out an hour later with chicks. That's where I saw the ad for the how to pick up chicks. I found a Hustler magazine. That's it. So for us of my generation, there's none of that shit. Your generation, you guys have internet porn, which is sad and dangerous. Michael says, I never heard a woman say to me, you PUA you. Yeah. The correct term that people use in the real world are you a player? They don't go, are you a pickup artist? You don't see that. You know, as players, we're here. We're part of the natural game out there. So, as I was saying, our dominant society, they have certain things that are generic to them, and us, or minorities, certain things are generic to us. And that style of meeting chicks, you know, you look at the fellas that are in there trying to learn this, they're awkward type motherfuckers. Excuse my cussing, but they're awkward. They're the guys that got ostracized from the game. And these guys, because they look at porn, they're going trying to go for the hottest chicks around. Those old cheerleaders. High school sucked for these guys. Like it sucked for me. I know it still sucks for guys who struggle with women. So you get them, these grown, they're now, adults now, 18 and over. They have jobs, they're making money so they can pay for these boot camps. And they think they're going to come out looking the way they look, because these aren't the most handsome dudes on the planet. They're awkward guys. They're going to get the hottest babes around. And that's their first mistake. Go for what likes you. If your looks are down here, your female is going to be down here. I'm sorry to say that. That's just the way it is. These guys are not going to get these smoking hot babes up here, because these girls' confidence, their vibration, it's way up here. Theirs are down here. They're strugglers. Strugglers don't match with people out here, up here. That's what they don't teach you. But of course, it's all about marketing and making money. If you're a struggler, you're not going to date the hot chicks. Your vibes are all fucked up. Make sense? You don't mesh. If you're one down here or up here, they're in here, the normal bandwidth. Now I talk about you got to fool them, schmooze with them, fool them so that they don't think you're one of these people or one of these people. But you really have to become, especially if you're down here. Nobody likes negative people. They do self-deprecation shit. They put themselves down, and they think it's cute. As I said earlier, it's not cute. It's not even funny. It's pathetic. It's a sign of a weak male. These guys don't understand, and if the PA's taught this shit, women are looking for a protector and provider. Go by what their basic needs are. They need to learn to back engineer women. What are their wants and needs? Well, let's see. They want tall, dark, and handsome. What do they need? A protector and provider. So we have to learn to become stronger males out there in order to attract women on our own level. All of you guys, you're not going to get these smoking hot 10s. You got to leave that porn alone. Get your mind into the real world, what women really look like. Okay? Stop chasing after these dream bitches. And get females on your own level. You'll be happier too. What I found with these drop dead gorgeous chicks is a lot of them are very insecure. They get a pimple, their world's over. They don't eat. I think Eddie Murphy talked about it once about salad eating bitches. Their stomachs are grumbling. I'll just have a piece of lettuce. That's for real. If they feel like they gained a pound, they don't feel sexually attractive. They don't want to have sex. So you end up just, fucking her. And she's not paying it. She's not putting anything into it. Because she feels fat. But she wants to take care of you so you're not upset at her. She ate a piece less of the water bloat. Oh, but I feel fat. They're not fun. So go for girls that are on your own level. Focus on those first. But these guys, because they suffered in high school, it's all about their ego. That's why you guys are chasing after hot chicks. I call you cheap and superficial. Every one of you guys that do that shit. You are cheap and superficial. You're also not even hot material, to be honest with you. And you'll keep struggling. Now there's a difference in the black community. Like what we call hot are the light-skinned chicks, or the biracial chicks, with the good bodies, the big booties and all that. And with those, all you got to do is just be the opposite of them, to tell you the truth. You don't see two light-skinned people really dating that much. You always see like it's more of the opposite. Us darker-skinned brothers will get light-skinned chicks. Those chicks would be smoking hot sometimes. So, but in the dom society world, it's not like that. Okay, you're not gonna see an average-looking white guy or ugly white guy with a smoking hot chick very often. It's not a norm. That's the way it is. That's the way it fucking is. Asian community, I cannot tell you about that. I did live in Japan. I'm exposed to the Japanese culture, but I don't know anything about the Asian community. I can't answer that for you. In observing, I see the cool Asian guys getting hot Asian chicks is all I've observed. The cool ones, not the nerds. The nerds end up getting like the girl next door type of chick, but the hot chicks who are Asian chicks with the Asian guys, they're usually the cool dudes. They dress well. They got game. They got class. You know, they're the kind of guys you would admire. They got the shit together. They're not like the Asian strugglers who are stuck in geekdom, nerddom. So that's all I can say about that. I realize I tend to speak a lot, so I apologize to you fellas. I was going to make this a short show. It started with the rape of the young woman. I went on to talk about PUA, and I kept talking about PUA. Get me started on that shit, and I don't shut up. But I'm going to end out the show, fellas. You guys have a good day, and I'll be back later on, possibly. Peace.